morning, good morning. It is day 7 right across Thailand. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit grumpy today. The accommodation was really pretty, but there was no hot water, and there was like cockerels at like 4 AM, 5 AM, 6. It's like they had a bloody watch, like to know like what time they were gonna like crow at, so I've not slept great. And yeah, because there was no hot water, I had a cold shower and then I was freezing. And then because of that, I've not washed my kit. So I just, I don't like not washing it. I feel really grubby, but I was like, I'm not washing it in freezing cold water and then potentially for it not to dry. So we're just gonna ride as we are, and I'm going to give it like a full-on deep clean tonight when I get to the accommodation. So today I've got 123 kilometers, about 2,600 meters. So it's still another big climbing day. 2 big major climbs though, about 15-16k each, about 800-900 meters each. I've got one pretty much coming straight away, so even though I've got all my warm stuff on because it is chilly this morning, I'll show you. I don't know, it just looks a bit cold. I will warm up pretty quickly. So let's go. I'm so sleepy. It's very pretty though. That climb was so nice. It almost felt like an Alp climb, like, or just something like maybe in the Pyrenees. It was just really long, quite steady, a couple of little sharp corners, but so beautiful. And look at the view. That is absolutely so beautiful. I want to get a drink because I feel like my legs feel like a little bit weird to say my legs feel hungry. But I just don't feel like I ate enough yesterday, so I'm gonna get some food and then head down, and then I'm almost at Pai. Yeah, sorry I didn't film much on that climb. I was just kind of like in my own little world. I was listening to a podcast actually, my favourite podcast, and I've listened to this particular podcast about 20-30 times. It was a cycling maven one that he did years and years ago with Abdullah Zainab, just about talking about endurance cycling, and it just gets me in the mood to ride a long way. So this is where I am. So I'm gonna get some food because I'm hungry. Mark Ferguson, episode 5, Abdullah Zainab. Also, a really good thing on Garmin's is you can actually control like music and stuff. It's connected to my phone, but you can like change the volume, change the track. So good.
This is tamba.
This potato is so good, and if you know me in real life, you'll know just potatoes are like my favorite food. So to get a really warm, nice cooked potato top of a climb, it's pretty nice. Just a little tip, because I've just come down a really quick descent, and there was honestly, that is the worst pothole I've seen in the whole of Thailand, and it jerked my bar, so they kind of moved a little bit. And my little tip is bring a little Allen key, like a little individual one. I think this was from like a flat pack thing of furniture, but I have that just like on hand in the front of my bag, just to adjust like my saddle. So when I was doing all those flat rides those first few days, I was adjusting stuff kind of all the time, like just to tweak it and try and get my position a bit more comfy. So it just means that like you don't have to keep faffing around trying to find your your multi-tool. And I do have a little bit of a confession actually. Do you know that multi-tool, the one that I love? It's a Toe Peak Hexus. I love it, but I don't think the edges on it are slightly rounded, and that has rounded a few of my bolts in the past, so I don't really like using it when I'm putting my bike together anymore. So I just bring that little tiny one. All the other ones are alright. I think it's because it's the most used one. And I think some of the bolts that you get on bikes just are quite soft. Also, look at this, where this mozzie's bitten me. At that bite there. It's so pleasant with my hands on the bars already. And this is somewhere that I've always wanted to go. I've known about it ever since I've been in Thailand. It's so close to Chiang Mai. And the impression that I get from it, it's kind of like a hippie-ish town. I don't know, that's why I want to see it. Oh, Thai massage. Oh my god, I really love This is a really, really cute place, look. It's kind of small, but there's lots going on. There's also the most amount of like, I guess foreigners like me that I've seen anywhere that I've been. Yeah, it's very cute actually. There's backpackers. I reckon let's head on. I'm glad I've seen it though. This is definitely somewhere that I would like to stay just for like maybe a night. But then it's not, to me it's kind of like tourist Thailand. You know what I mean? I've heard so many English accents. I'm like, no, take me back into Thailand, please. Nice to pass through. I was going to stay and have like dinner here, but I think no. It's too touristy for me. Can you see that view? I mean, I can see why people go to Pai, because it was probably the most built up, well, is the most built up place I've been to since leaving Bangkok, but no. Maybe a bit too touristy. I know that's silly because I'm going to Chiang Mai, which will be very touristy, but it was such a small little place and so many backpackers and people on mopeds that didn't know how to ride them. But I don't really like built up places anyway. I'd much rather be in the middle of nowhere than somewhere built up. So look at that. Wow. It's bloody beautiful. Look at that view, those mountains. Woo. I'm having a really good day actually. Just starting the second climb of the day. This one's 900 meters elevation, about 15k distance. I've just come up quite a steep little section. It's so windy and pretty. Top of the climb. I am happy, I am sweaty, but I've got some lovely food to me. You're probably like, Katie, you're so boring, but rice, crisps, rice. That last climb, that 15k, probably since Pai, to be honest, probably the worst section of this whole trip in terms of, oh, hang on, pull over. Just in terms of drivers, and I don't know whether it's because it's, well, I know part of it was tourists because a lot of them were in rental cars and like on mopeds, and you can just spot them a mile off. They were just so bad, like so close. Some of the times I was coming down, there's like quite a few trucks, and there's people crossing, coming down on my lane, like heading straight towards us. I was like, what are you doing, you idiots? I can't say it's all tourists, but it just seems a bit of a coincidence. So just be warned if you are going to come in from Pai this way. Sorry, my mum just messaged me. Just be aware of it, because it was still not particularly pleasant. So I'm just going to try and get away. I've got about 50k left, about 450 meters climbing left to do. So 2 main climbs done. Still got a couple of shorter ones. So yeah, I want to head down now while it's quiet. I wanted to show you, but then every time I tried to get the camera, I just was like, just keep my hand on the bars. So yeah, a bit sketch. Didn't like it. About 7k from the finish of today's ride, and I am spent today. When I was thinking about it, I was like, I'd have had like 4 full-on climbing days. I'm just, well, this should explain like how tired, not tired, just how I'm feeling. I'm gonna save the Sprite for tonight, but I'm drinking the other 3. That is my absolute favourite drink here. I love it. I just think because of the traffic and stuff, and like coming through Pai, I didn't actually mention, like when I came through, there was a guy, he must have been like 6 foot, he was like this big, like, oh, I'm guessing European or white guy, and there's this like small Thai guy trying to help him like lift the bike, get on the bike, like he was just showing him how to get on it, which was so ridiculous. I was like, why? Like, what are you doing? this poor Thai guy. And then, and then I was on one of the climbs and there was a taxi pulled over. And I looked in the back and there was a girl in it. Again, tourist. And she, I'm guessing it was her boyfriend, was stood at the side of the road. He was full on throwing up. And I'm like, I mean, it could have been the food, but I'm like, maybe it's just the old boozy being around pie, drinking, going crazy. I shouldn't judge though, should I? Even though I am. I'm about 1 kilometre away from my accommodation. I saw a sign for like homemade pizza. So I was like, oh, I'll have some homemade pizza. And the guy can speak pretty good English, which isn't very appreciative of, obviously. And then he said, because I asked, obviously I said I'm vegan. And can I make one? He's like, yeah. And he said, oh, go out the back, go and chew some salad. And I was like, some vegetables. I was like, what? He just said to me, go and pick like some lettuce. Like, look at this. Oh, it's ready. I'll come now. Thank you so much. Look how beautiful this is. So I've just picked, in fact, it were these two I picked. I picked 2 of those little lettuces and he's washed them for me. I'm going to have them with my salad. I mean, with my pizza. Look at all those grown. And he's just come out to tell me that my pizza's ready. So let's go and have a look. Oh, it looks so good.
And never do not
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is a nice pizza. Picking my salad and eating my pizza was one of my favourite moments of this trip so far. It was just so wholesome and lovely and kind. Yeah, I loved it. That pizza was nice, but I could probably eat about 4 more.